Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Legends ZA Ranked Online Battles. Rolls right off the tongue. Uh, I have decided to make an episode about Wigglytuff because I've been using Wigglytuff for a couple seasons and I think it's a really fun mon. And the normal fairy combination, while it isn't the best defensive typing, it gives it access to, stab normal and stab fairy moves, and that's pretty dangerous for a lot of mons. Mostly because stab hyper beam is my favorite thing in the universe, and boy, do I abuse it. I really do love Wigglytuff, especially in this game where you don't have to worry too much about getting targeted. I mean, compared to a 1v1 format where you are only fighting one person, this style of Wigglytuff can be ignored and then surprise people with how much damage it can do. Just really works out in her favor. So let's get into the moveset. Okay, and we're going to be running Solar Beam, Moonblast, Hyper Beam, Nasty Plot. I'm so happy that Wigglytuff gets Nasty Plot. Calm Mind would be nice. Unfortunately, Wigglytuff does not survive a calm-minded Origin Pulse, but if they are silly and do not Calm Mind before they do Origin Pulse, Wigglytuff actually wins with Solar Beam and Hyper Beam. There are a couple of matches where people just start off trying to attack Wigglytuff without any boosts, thinking that this mon isn't all that, but hey, look at that monstrous HP stat. Extremely good. I believe the highest HP stat for any fairy. Unfortunately, you also see right next to it that not so impressive special attack. But that's okay. This game has options. We have the Life Orb and a Modest Nature that will allow us to do a lot of damage. For investments, we are just going to push that HP as high as it can go in order to survive as much as possible. Unfortunately, you still aren't surviving like super effective steel attacks due to the pretty weak defense and special defense. Unfortunately, Pokemon does not like to give both a good HP stat and a defense stat. It's so sad, but I kind of get it. And also, unfortunately, because the moves that we're using are all really high-powered, that speed is going to kind of haunt us a little bit. It takes so long to recharge any of these moves. But, that's why we have teammates to swap off to when we can't do anything. And the way this game's paced, that doesn't come up too badly. For our teammates, we have... I named my Blaziken Goku because a friend told me to do it. And also, I don't know. Blaziken looks like a Super Saiyan. Come on. It could go Super Saiyan at any moment. I guess if we're running Blaziken Knight, that would be better. But I didn't want to run a Mega on this team on account of I'm going to spend every ounce of meter on plussing every move out of Wigglytuff. But it's worth it. It is almost always worth it every time. But for Blaziken, we're going to be running Brave Bird to take care of the fighting types that are a little annoying to Wigglytuff, and Flare Blitz to take care of the steel types that are always annoying to Wigglytuff, and Brick Break to continue dealing with the steel types and any screens that we see. In investments, super simple, just going with max HP, max attack, using Expert Belt to boost up the damage for key targets like Makirna, making sure that we can take them out. Blaziken has a pretty good attack stat, but really want to have Swords Dance, so I'm not going to be running an Assault Vest, and the defenses are kind of low to the point where I would rather just try and take advantage of my high offense and just basically kill myself before they can kill me with Brave Bird and Blaze Blitz. once again, I've said this before, I do not like close combat, and Brick Break is so dang fast, it can effectively act like a quick attack. And our final teammate is going to be Marowak. I'm going to be running, normally I run Brick Break, but I'm going to be running Thunder Punch instead, because a Sword Stance Thunder Punch with Marowak can actually one-shot Primal Kyogre, which is very fun. And of course, Boomerang, the signature move, the one that everybody hates getting hit by because that thing does not stop tracking. It's incredible. I love the move, except for when sometimes people are just a little too close, and then it just kind of betrays me. But that's just how it goes sometimes. And of course, Stone Edge to deal with anything that isn't getting hit by Boomerang. Thunder Punch and Stone Edge do have a little bit of overlap, but also you just run into a lot of mons that are both hittable to Stone Edge and Thunder Punch. So sometimes I have to alternate between Thunder Punch and Stone Edge. I ran into a lot of Gyarados. I don't remember if in the matches that we're going to be showing that I used those ones, but yeah, Thunder Punch is really nice to have. But Stone Edge, if you don't want to run Thunder Punch, you want to run something else, definitely feel free. I just think Sword Stance Thunder Punch one-shotting Kyogre is very funny. And he's also our Primal Groudon solution. Wigglytuff actually does decently against Primal Groudon, but decently in the sense of I really hope they're not paying attention to me, and usually they're not, because, you know, they underestimate the tough. And, you know, make them pay with regular Groudon, gets dealt with plus Hyper Beam, Nasty Plot. Not Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, Nasty Plot. Actually, sometimes Hyper Beam does too. Primal, as like Groudon just isn't a mon with great. It has normal special defense, and that's how you take advantage of it. But okay, enough with that. Oh, right, and of course Thick Club and Max HP, Max Attack. Pretty much you have to run that for Marowak. Yeah, a lot of these guys pretty low in the speed department, but they deal so much damage that that doesn't really matter so much. Anyways, let's just get into the matches. Okay, so Wigglytuff does seem to do best on Lake. It's pretty obvious because of, you know, being a ranged special attacker, just has a lot better of a time dealing with you know, threats from afar. Especially because Wigglytuff really needs to get Nasty Plot up. Well, not all the time, but a lot of the time. I'm not quite sure why this Dragonite player is, you know, trying to mess around with a Clefable and a Glaceon. Very dangerous. But yeah, Wigglytuff, you know, a Stab Moonblast is definitely going to be able to take care of a Dragonite. This is one of the few Glycopods I've ever seen that is actually running both Iron Head and not running First Impression. But because it has Swords Dance and Wigglytuff's HP isn't great, it does take me down pretty easily. And I sometimes will overestimate like how much you know, Wigglytuff can take. Yeah, and trying to make something happen here, but oh, I love Hyper Beam so much. And gonna get that frog too. Sorry, Greninja. But yeah, there's just a lot of things on the field that Wigglytuff was good against. And hey, you two decided to become a fighting type. And I just barely missed the KO. So I just do a raw Solar Beam. Yeah, I'm playing a little reckless because of this massive lead that I have. Like, yeah, it's just being really silly. But it is a Zygarde, so Dog Guard, you know, not exactly the scariest thing. You can build Zygarde Doggy to be alright, but yeah, you just have to actually watch your matchups. I've never actually been KO'd by Greninja's Water Shuriken on Marowak. So I guess I've just always been extremely lucky. Or maybe they just didn't remember to Nasty Pot before they did it to me. And Hyper Beam moment. I love Hyper Beam so much. It's so funny. And Fairy on Fairy fight. You know, I've had the power boost, so. But that was a good Mega to kind of get out of there. And now I'm just, you know, trying to get something before the match ends. And I get to finish it off with a Hyper Beam. And yep, I'll do it. Wigglytuff really making a strong first impression here. Like I said, I really love Hyper Beam. It's a fantastic move, and when you have it stab, I'm probably going to try and use it. Okay, and Park is kind of difficult for Wigglytuff, while it makes it easier to land Moonblasts because of the you know, more truncated space where everyone's really close to one another. Sometimes it can be really rough if, you know, your two neighbors that are right next to you are not something that you do well against. And yeah, the Greninja's a little laggy. I thought that, for some reason, I thought that Thunderbolt was aimed at me. But yeah, I was wrong. And then the Ice Beam, that was, jeez. Yeah, just getting really unlucky in that Ice Beam. But yeah, every time that you come in with a Wigglytuff, go straight into Nasty Pot, and then there's nothing that can stop the Hyper Beam, except for the times that there are. Which unfortunately does happen. I'm trying to, you know, get into a better spot because my team doesn't have a Xerneas counter, like a direct one. It's pretty much just, I don't know, I hope Marowak can do it. Yippee, Marowak can do it. And then just some kind of weird lag. I haven't gotten a chance to Sword Stance at all. Everyone is just hunting me down. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get anything. And I accidentally locked on the, hit Kyogre instead, but I get this lucky, very lucky health booster. So switch over to Marowak, because Marowak is just kind of the big carry. Yeah, it's like without the Sword Stance, comes very close. If I was able to get that Sword Stance up, geez, one-shotting that Kyogre would have been very nice. Oh well, this is the Wigglytuff video. Marowak will do a lot of work, but I'm trying to my best to make sure that Wigglytuff stays the star of the show. But yeah, I don't know why the Salamence player comes up to me like that. Like, I have Moonblast. But, you know, sometimes people want to test what the limits are of their mons. And, you know, it's a game. It's not a big deal. Here I get a little, like, shoot, I should handle that, the Metagross, but let's handle the Clefable first. You know, don't have a problem to deal with now, so I can just swap over to, Marowak, and then, oh, thank goodness, that was just lag, because, I was going to be really confused if that Thunder Punch didn't one-shot the Greninja. But yeah, this team works out really well together, able to contribute to this pretty big score. But next map, yep, it's Lake again. Yippee, I really like Lake for Wigglytuff. While it isn't as nice for Blaziken, it's still also really good for Marowak just because Bone Ring is very, very nice. But yeah, just a lot of people don't really know, like, Wigglytuff does damage. And here, I definitely goofed up. I thought that, hey, maybe Brave Bird because of, you know, the defense down, maybe, but nope, I was definitely wrong. I should have just swapped off to Wigglytuff. And Stone Edge on Marowak, just able to kind of flip a lot of matchups on its head. Just, you know, oh hey, you know, Ice type, I should be able to super effective you down. Sometimes that does happen, but with Marowak, oh geez, the power, it's just worth going for risky stuff sometimes. I was really surprised that I didn't get the one-shot on the Mega Absol, but alright, that's fine. And now we're starting to get a lot of the Steel types. It's been understandable that there haven't been that many Steel types incoming. I just realized that was a bubble game. But yeah, I'm just trying to take care of this Absol, but shoot, I just kind of use my moves in the wrong order. And here I'm just, you know, kind of playing in the background. Everybody's ignoring little Wigglytuff. What am I gonna do? I'm just a funny little balloon. And I get the Absol because they just don't respect Wigglytuff. And that's always a silly thing to do. And who has the superior beam? Ah, jeez, I love Wigglytuff. Unfortunately, that's a ghost type, but I have Solar Beam. Ah, jeez, I'm happy that Absol Z is at least reasonable in that they don't have you know, super they don't get defense buffs, and that is the way it is for all the Z-Mons. They just get speed and whatever their primary attack stat buff is. That Greninja is very funny. I can't believe it licked me. And then, can I get the 14? No, the Dragon Ascent is just barely able to take it a little too high. But that is our big 13 KO match. Just a lot of things really you know, lining up well for Wigglytuff to take advantage of. And Wigglytuff, of course, having the ability to, you know, just do a lot of unexpectedly high damage. For our next match, we are going to be heading into the street on street map. Sorry, I can never be too enthused to be on this map, but sometimes, you know, you pull out some really great stuff. I don't see Sludge Wave very often on Swampert, and by very often I mean ever. And that one really surprised me, but you know, it's still non-stab, so it doesn't really matter. Unfortunately, yeah, a lot of like a non-stab move from Swampert just isn't doing that much damage. You can also see that like I'm using just unplus solar beams because no one's really paying attention to me. While it was cool seeing a Barbarical, I don't. If you're not gonna attack me, I'm just gonna throw out my, you know, unplus solar beam and take care of you. So with the defense booster, I'm not too afraid of Primal Groudon, and honestly, even without it, I'm not too afraid. And then I'm just gonna hang out in the back and then throw some bones. Boom, boom. Normally, I can take Garchomp if I had Brick Break, but because I don't, I have to be a little more careful. And then I really dislike the way Legends EA handles Mons like swapping, because getting hit both on Marowak and Blaziken with Muddy Water is just really annoying. I have this one clip where I KO'd two of someone's moms, and when they KO'd their Armarouge, and then they swapped, and then I KO'd their Hoopa Unbound, and the game just gave me points for both. I'm kind of wondering if, like, points actually aren't synced. Because, like, it doesn't matter to us as the player at the end, as long as, you know, we just get a reward. I am just, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the way this game was made, basically. But here goes Big Marowak throwing out them bones. And then I understand the bulldoze, but I just don't understand trying to fight Wigglytuff. But you know what? Like I said before, people just do not know how strong Wigglytuff is when you put Nasty Pot up. And then a little bit laggy, but also, yeah, I should have respected Mega Gardevoir. Massive attack boost, and just trying to futz around and find another way around. But unfortunately, even with a plus nasty plotted Hyper Beam, I am just very slightly out of range for the KO. But still, 10 big points. Wigglytuff did a lot of work, and this team just does good work together. I definitely recommend trying this team out because it's just a lot of fun. Okay, and for our last match, it's going to be back on Lake. These were definitely my best matches on Lake. I was pretty much undefeated. Unfortunately, a lot of them were just low KO ties. But Wigglytuff was definitely a part of the reason why they stayed like ties, as opposed to me just straight up losing. People, once again, just do not estimate her well. And yeah, I took my eyes off. I knew that it was going to be either Heavy Slam or Double Iron Bash, but yeah, sometimes I do not remember the timing for when that move goes off. So basically, I'm just trying to bait out this Steam Eruption so I can go over to Marowak and pop with Stone Edge. There I'm just building meter because, you know, I'm not going to be able to get to the Swampert in time, but hey, it's fine. And then boom, just one-shotting Feraligatr with a nasty plot plus Solar Beam. Like that's really good damage. Right now I'm just trying to not get Heavy Slam, but also was waiting for my Moonblast to come back off to cooldown. Yeah, it's really important to instead walk your Mons as opposed to just commanding them to go places. You can see there, I'm just kind of playing a little bit annoying where I'm just trying to take other people's KOs. And then I gooped up there. I should have just taken the health first and then went in. But I unfortunately clicked as soon as Double Iron Bash popped up. Yeah, sometimes, you know, if, like when people are fighting each other, let them fight out a little bit. And third party afterwards. And did you know Phalanx doesn't have great stats, but also I really don't need Hyper Beam? Like, I mean, I don't really need Solar Beam. Hyper Beam does enough damage where it just one-shots Swampert. Like, it has good bulk, but it's still, you know, like a normal Mon. And the power of Stone Edge. Like, Glaceon is a great Mon, but, you know, it's still a normal Mon. And when Marowak comes in with Thick Club, doubling the power, jeez. Good luck! And unfortunately, this is where I can't really get a whole lot more. It's neat to see Houndstone with Blaster Specs, but They just swap on me really well. But no, I do get this though. Hyper Beam! Gotta love Hyper Beam. It's such a fun move. If you are a normal special attacker, I'm putting Hyper Beam on your set. Well, what do you think? Wigglytuff is pretty tough. I really do enjoy using Wigglytuff. I'm really sad about next season and how insanely restricted it is. Probably not going to be playing too much because, well, you know, you kind of excluded all my favorite mons, and I'm not a big Mega user. And also, it's like you've removed a lot of counterplay to Garchomp. And the only Garchomp everyone's going to be using is Garchomp Z. So, oh boy. This isn't going to be very fun. That's just my personal feeling on it. But, hey, I could be wrong. I'm still going to go ahead and rank all the way from Z to A like I do every season. And I've got a team with that in mind. I'll probably just upload that as a big old, I don't know, second screenable kind of video where it's like, hey, here's the entire thing. Hope you have fun. I probably won't commentate it, but, you know, something to, you know, put in the background, I guess, if you want to. But, yeah. Geez, I'm gonna miss playing with Wigglytuff and a lot of the mons. Maybe I should just do a bunch of shiny hunting while I wait for this season to end. I really hope the next season is different. I don't think, like, oh no. I really dread that it might just be all megas instead. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm just gonna stick to playing Phocopia for a bit. That's been a lot of fun. I hope everyone's been having fun with that. I didn't have so much of an issue this time trying to find matches, but still, it was a little bit slow on getting matches. Anyways, Wigglytuff is great. You should play a Wigglytuff, I guess in the next 2 weeks, because when this uploads, you won't have a chance to. Bask in her glory, because I love this mon. It's such a funny fluff thing. Don't look at the camera like that, Wiggly. Alright, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope the next 2 weeks are great to you. Bye!